room is actually going over a Cash App question, and I mean, Doc D, I don't understand her question at all, but she's asking to show how to stake in Lydian World.
I got you.
You can't stake in Lydian World. Like you either a citizen and you're part of that staking pool in that country.
You can as a master node.
But that's not staking. That's a master node.
Yeah, but it's still savings. So technically, I think that's where she's trying to go with it. But don't worry about that too tough.
Well, yeah. It's 57.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, just to let you know, 57. You ready? We'll go. I'm gonna mute, and we'll make it do what it do. Love you guys, man. Let's make it happen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to On Board Live with myself, Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox, and Mr. Mike, the Numbers Gentleman Johnson. We welcome you all here today, and we're glad that you decided to come and spend this time with us. Before we get started, I want to share with you our Wealth Builders Worldwide mission. Now, this mission is a mission like no other. Us here at Team Believe We are an extension of Wealth Builders Worldwide, nothing more, nothing less. And we wholeheartedly take in this Wealth Builders Worldwide mission. And this mission is to provide individuals worldwide with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. We are salespeople. We are a sales team. We do not sell products, goods, or services. We sell people on the infinite possibilities of their lives and the power of their dreams. We sell people on never giving up because we know this is a noble cause, and a noble cause it is, family. And with that being said, I want you to take that in, let that soak into your spirit, and get a pen and a pad and get ready to take down a lot of notes, because I'm about to turn the mic over to my brother, my co-host, my friend, Mr. Mike, the Numbers Gentleman Johnson. Over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Nikki. And I want to make sure you can hear my voice and you can also obviously see the screen. So you can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. Thank you. Well, family, we want to welcome you to today's Onboard Live. This is a very special Onboard Live for us because on the third Sunday of every month, we address questions. And these are questions that we accumulate throughout the entire month. Some of those questions we address immediately. Some of those questions we save for the third Sunday. And today is that third Sunday. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and begin and share with you how to properly onboard your new business partners, and understanding that getting started in this business is 3 simple steps. Please don't complicate it any more than that. The very first step, all you need is a smartphone and a dream, and you can build a global business anywhere on the planet. Now, that first step has a second part to it. It's strictly optional, but we strongly encourage that you consider taking that second half of that step, and that is to secure your $33 a month membership. See, that $33 a month membership, or that $33 a month subscription, gives you the keys to the kingdom. It positions you such that you can get paid on a 9-level organization, but more importantly, you get paid residual income for life. And that's truly just a $33 decision. Step 2, it's all about building assets. We're a blockchain-based technology, which means everything that we do is on the blockchain. All of the assets that we provide are digital in nature. The beauty of those digital assets is we get paid in the 2 largest digital assets on the planet. Bitcoin is the largest, Ethereum is the second largest. What we strongly encourage that you do is that you take some of those proceeds, take some of those commissions, if you may, and simply exchange it for our G999 coin. The reason we suggest that is we definitely feel that G999 coin is quickly going to become the flagship product in your digital portfolio. And then we have step 3. Step 3 is what you're participating in as we speak. Step 3, it's all about plugging in. And when we speak in terms of plugging in, it's plugging into a systems. Remember, family, systems are duplicatable. Personalities are not. And one of the best things about what we do is you have the ability to learn and earn at the exact same time. Family, I want you to remember, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. There will always be someone who will reach down to assist you. And then what we strongly encourage that you do is that you share this incredible opportunity with everyone that you come in contact with. In particular, you want to share it with the sharpest people that you know, because the people that you know that are sharp will see this opportunity for what it truly is. So how do you register? Understanding that you should have received the registration link from your sponsor. Make sure that your sponsor's name is at the top of that particular link that he sent to you. And all you need to do is enter 5 pieces of information. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, anytime you're on any particular platform that we do business on and you see something in red, please slow down and read it very carefully To assist you in reading this, because I know the print's somewhat small, we blew it up for you, and I'll read it verbatim. And it specifically states, to avoid any unnecessary delays with our KYC approval process, please enter your first name, middle, and last name below exactly the way they are displayed on your official government ID. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. What we strongly encourage you to do is get out your ID and enter your name exactly as it appears on the ID. If your first, middle, and last name is on the ID, put them in accordingly. If you do not have a middle name on your ID, please skip that box and just go to the last name. Then you want to enter a live or an active email address. Make sure it's an active email address because all of your verifications and all of your approvals are going to be sent to that email address. Then family, you want to enter a phone number. We strongly encourage you to use a mobile phone number. What that does is it allows you to have a mobile business. I mentioned you can build a global business anywhere on the planet. All you need is a smartphone and a dream. What you're going to enter is that first digit. It's called the country code. When you're making an international or a long distance phone call, there's a digit. Here in the United States, that first digit is the number 1. Then you're going to enter your phone number. No spaces, no dashes. In the United States, it's a 10-digit number. Once you've entered that, then you want to select a username. Please make sure it's a username that you're proud of, because the username is how you're going to be identified throughout our system. And then family, you want to put in a password. Now, what we're speaking about right now is loading this information on the GS Partners platform. Always look in the upper left-hand corner and it will tell you what platform you're on. So since we're on GS Partners, what I strongly encourage you to do is that you get a piece of paper and keep this document with all of your important documents. Put GS Partners and right below there, put in password for GS Partners. Once you've entered that password, it's going to send you a verification email. To know that you're on the GS Partners platform, that verification email will say in the very top, welcome to GS Partners, and it'll be a black background. All you need to do is click on the verification email in the very center of the page. Once you've done that, it's going to bring you back to your state-of-the-art back office. Remember, your email address is your username, and the password is the password that you selected. Once you are logged in properly, you see your state-of-the-art back office. All of what you're seeing here is absolutely free to you. Now, there's a young lady in the bottom right-hand corner. Her name is Lydia. Miss Lydia will take you on a 20-minute guided tour of this incredible back office. There's a section over to your left. Some people call it the menu items. Some people call it the control panel. Regardless of what name you give it, that area will help you navigate throughout your entire back office. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to this area, and let's call it the control panel. We're going to slide down to the section that says settings. And once we get to settings, we're going to click on the second pull down. It says KYC. KYC is an acronym for Know Your Customer or Know Your Client. There are some requirements for you to be what they call KYC approved. This is going to involve some homework on your part. So we're going to share with you what that homework is. There are 3 documents that you need to develop, or 3 pictures, if you made it, you need to upload. You need to get a picture of the front of your ID. You need to get a picture of the back of your ID, and you need to take a selfie with that ID. Understanding when you save these pictures, we strongly suggest that you save them in a JPEG format. Why we suggest that format? Because we know that format works seamlessly throughout all of the platforms that we do business on. Now, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, we're going to show you a picture of what you need to accomplish. Please take the photograph with your ID on a dark or black background. The reason being, all 4 corners must be visible. If all 4 corners are not visible, they will decline your KYC documents. The other thing that's required is everything on that ID must be legible and it must be up to date. If everything is legible and up to date and all 4 corners are visible, please take a screenshot of that. Then you simply flip your ID over to the back. Everything must be legible, up to date, and all 4 corners are displayed, clearly displayed. Then you take a photograph of this. Then you're going to need a selfie. Now, the selfie needs to be a headshot and a headshot only. Make sure you're holding your ID such that they can recognize the photograph on the ID as you being the person in the photograph. If you have on glasses on your ID, please make sure you have glasses on when you take your selfie. No pictures of with you with hats, no pictures with you with sunglasses on, no full-length pictures. If you send in a full-length picture or a picture with you with a hat or sunglasses, they will decline your KYC docs. And make sure that you're holding your ID such that the picture is visible and legible. Once you've done that, there's 3 steps. So you're simply going to go back into your back office, click on the button that I share with you, and then you're going to upload the information that they're asking for. It's simple. You enter all the information exactly as it appears on your ID. You put in your address, the state, the city, and the country. Then you simply scroll down and you put in the zip code. Once you put in the zip code, you're finished with all the information that you need to enter with the exception of the expiration date. We'll get to that in a second. Please note the order that they want you to upload those photographs that you took. Remember, you're saving them as a JPEG. The first one that you're going to do is the last one that you took. You're going to enter the selfie with the ID. Then you're going to go and enter the front of the ID. Then you're going to enter the back of the ID. Then you're going to go down and you're going to put in the expiration date. Please make sure that you enter it exactly as it's listed here. For instance, if your ID expires on the 3rd of March of 2025, you would put in 03/03/2025. If, and this is very rare, if there is no expiration date on your ID, simply click the box that says my ID does not have an expiration date and click submit. If everything was filled out correctly, it normally takes about 12 to 24 hours for you to get a response back. If there's an error in something that you've entered, it will highlight the area that requires additional attention and give you the ability to go and correct the error. Once you've corrected that error, simply click the submit button. Once again, within 12 to 24 hours, you will have a response back. Once you get a response back, now you have a fully functional, fully operational platform. There's one piece of information we're going to share with you. Understanding you can load as many different type of currencies onto any respective platform that you choose. The purpose of the KYC documents is to make sure that you can remove anything from a platform. Let me say that a different way. You cannot remove any items from any platform until you're fully KYC approved. That being the case, everything that you need to do in this particular platform is ready to go. Again, the young lady in the bottom right-hand corner, Miss Lydia, will take you on a 20-minute guided tour. And always remember that your control panel or your menu items will navigate you through the various components of this particular site. Now that we have this dashboard completely set up, and now that we have this platform functional for you, we're going to move over to another platform that you have access to absolutely free of charge. It's called GS Trade. The GS stands for Gold Standard Trade. This site is also fully functional and fully licensed exchange where you can buy, sell, trade, do whatever you choose with the various cryptocurrencies that we do business with. How do you get to the GS Trade platform? You simply type in gstrade.exchange. When you do that, it's going to bring you to a screen and it's going to give you the option to register. The registration is slightly different on this particular platform. Again, always look in the upper left-hand corner to make sure which platform you're on. We're talking about GS Trade. Once you click on that button, it's going to give you the option to fill out a registration form again. The information in red, as I mentioned before, anytime it's something in red, please slow down and read it very carefully. It's the exact same message that was on the other platform. To avoid any unnecessary delays with our KYC approval process, please enter your first name, middle, and last name below exactly the way they are displayed on your official government ID. Notice the order has been changed on GS Trade. The first thing that they want you to enter is a live email address. Remember that email address is going to be your username when you get into this particular site. So make sure that you use an active email address. Then you want to put in your first name. If your first, middle, and last name is on your ID, put in your first name, space, middle name. If there's no middle name, put in your first name and last name exactly the way they're displayed on your government ID. And then you want to select a password. I strongly encourage you that on that same document that you wrote your other passwords, you put GS Trade and you write password. Now, the password on GS Trade is slightly different than the password on GS Partners. On GS Partners, you can select any number of characters that you choose, where it's a minimum of 8 characters. Here, it's the same requirement with one additional option. That one option or that one requirement is that you have one special character. That special character can be an exclamation point. It could be a $sign. They will show you when you're going to register, they will show you what options you have to choose with that special character. But make sure you write that down and you put in the exact password that you want to use. And then they're going to ask you to repeat your password. Once you've repeated the password and you've passed that particular step, they're going to give you the ability to download the terms and conditions or policies and procedures. You simply click on the button right here that's a hyperlink. You download those documents, click the checkbox that you've read and agreed with those documents. Click the box that says, I am not a robot. It's a one-piece puzzle. Once you solve that one-piece puzzle, you simply put the missing piece into the puzzle, click register. If everything is done correctly, it normally takes 12 to 24 hours for you to get back an approval. Once you've done this, they're going to immediately send you a confirmation email. It's very similar to the confirmation email that we did before. Here's the thing that I want you to understand. That confirmation email is on a white background. If you look in the center of the page, it tells you GS Trade. Always remember, black background, you're on GS Partners. White background, you're on GS Trade. You're going to do exactly as you did on the last verification. You simply click on the verification email, and then it's going to bring you back to this login page. The login button will be highlighted, and you're going to log in. You're going to use your username. Your username is going to be your email address. The password is the password that you selected. Remember, your password on GS Trade must have one special character. It could be the exact same password with the exception of that special character that you used on GS Partners. That being the case, once you logged into your back office successfully, it's going to automatically default to the settings button. The settings button is there for a reason. You can't do anything on GS Partners until you've established and set up a two-factor authentication. For those of you who may not be familiar with two-factor authentication, we're going to show you how you can simply download that to your mobile device. What we strongly encourage that you use is Google Authenticator. The reason we suggest Google Authenticator is because it works seamlessly on every platform that we do business on. You can use any of the others if you choose. If you run into a snag, understand that no one that has used Google Authenticator has had any type of problems navigating from platform to platform. That being the case, once you've downloaded that to your mobile device, you're simply going to go back into your back office, and there's a button that's going to allow you to enable your two-factor authentication. Again, anytime you see something in red, please slow down and read it. And it specifically states, please be aware this code is vital for your recovery. What they're talking about is this extremely long code right here. We state it a slightly different way. We call it your 2FA recovery code. Now, this is a code that you want to make sure you have 2 digital copies of, and you want to have 2 physical copies of. The reason you want 2 copies digitally and 2 copies physically is because you're going to keep a copy and you're going to provide a copy of both to your beneficiary. This code is vital for the recovery should anything happens to your mobile device. With this particular code, it takes all of 5 minutes for you to get into your back office. Without this code, it's like an act of Congress for you to get into your back office. That being the case, once you've enabled your 2FA and everything is functioning properly, it will bring you back into your login screen, and it will allow you to go to the dashboard button. On the dashboard button, there's one more step that you must complete. You have 6 tabs here at the bottom. What we're going to focus on is that second tab known as KYC. Again, KYC is an acronym for Know Your Customer or Know Your Client. We have some homework that we have to do here. Slightly different login process for the KYC process here. It's a 3-step process. Please note, you cannot proceed to the silver or gold step until you've been successfully verified at the bronze step. So we're going to take them one at a time. The bronze step, the first thing that you need to enter, your first name, middle name, and last name exactly the way they're displayed on your government ID. Then you need to enter the very front photograph that you took on GS Partners of your ID. Remember, all four corners must be visible, everything must be legible and up to date. Once you've submitted that document, it normally takes 12 to 24 hours for you to get a successful verification back. Once you've got a successful verification, then and only then can you move to the silver stage. If it's been more than 24 hours since you've received your verification successfully, what we encourage you to do is check your spam or your junk mail. The company is famous for giving you all of the information you need to ensure that your KYC process is completed without any delay. They will always notify you if something is wrong on your end that you need to address or you need to correct. So check your spam and check your junk mail if it's been more than 24 hours and you haven't gotten a response back. Once you have successfully passed the bronze stage, then you can enter the silver stage. Silver, all you're going to be doing is entering information. You're going to enter the country that you currently reside in, the postal code. You're going to enter the city code, and you're going to enter the phone code. Remember, the phone code was that first digit if you're making an international or long distance phone call. Then you're going to enter your phone number. Remember, your phone number is no dashes, no spaces, just the phone number. Here in the United States, it's a 10-digit number. You enter that number accordingly, and make sure you enter your address exactly as it appears on the government ID. If your address differs than what's on the government ID, they're going to decline your KYC documents. Make sure that address matches perfectly. That process takes between 24 to 36 hours for approval. Once you've been successfully approved for the silver stage, then you can move to the gold stage. Gold is very simple, family. Gold is all about uploading the homework that you completed on GS Partners, but make sure you pay attention to the order. They reversed the order that we had to do at GS Partners. The order here is the front of your ID is first, the back of your ID is second, and the selfie is last. That's just the complete opposite of what we did on GS Partners. Once you've submitted that information, it normally takes 24 to 36 hours to get a response back. Once you have received your successful verification back, now you have a fully functional, fully licensed, fully operational exchange. Understanding that on this exchange, you can buy, sell, trade, and do whatever you choose, move or manipulate all of the different currencies that we do business with. There are a number of different pairs that you will have access to in the back of this office. Everything that I've shared with you is absolutely free. Well, we want to make sure that you understand the importance of getting your KYC approvals done, and make sure that you understand that you cannot remove anything from any of the platforms that we do business on until your KYC approved. You can load as many currencies on any of the platforms as you choose. You just can't remove anything. That being the case, we're going to go back to our GS Partners back office. Now, the reason we want to go back to GS Partners, most of the information that you're going to be entering is going to be on GS Partners. Again, don't forget about that left side of the platform. That is considered the menu or control panel. We're simply going to scroll down to the area that says settings, and we're going to click on the profile button this time. The reason we're clicking on the profile button is we're going to show you how to set up your beneficiary information. This information is vital to safeguard your digital assets. Once you've clicked on that profile button, you're going to come up to a screen that looks very similar to what you see here. All you need to do is scroll down to the second half or the bottom portion of that screen. When you scroll down to the bottom portion, there's two preference sections. We're going to focus on the preference section to your right. This is where your beneficiary information is located. We're going to highlight this, and we want to read this to you verbatim. It's extremely important that you listen carefully. It specifically states, in order to add a beneficiary account, you and the beneficiary must be KYC approved and have an active Brand Advantage subscription. Now, Brand Advantage subscription is what it used to be, where we had a 1-year subscription. What the company realized is some people struggled to come up with $200 to $1,000 for that annual subscription. So what they broke down the subscription to a monthly subscription. It's a $33 decision, family. $33 positions you to build unlimited income for you and your family. Now, notice that it said you and your beneficiary must be two things. You must be KYC approved and you must have an active subscription. Once you've done that, then and only then can you enter your beneficiary's username. You remember when we share with you, make sure you have a username that you're proud of. The reason that we share that is this is where that username becomes extremely important. The reason that we go through this beneficiary information, unfortunately, in the last 15 months, we've lost far too many members of the Wealth Builders Worldwide family to untimely deaths. Do you realize if your beneficiary information is not set up properly, all of the digital assets that you set aside for generational wealth will be lost forever? With that beneficiary information being in place, then if something should happen to anyone that's a member of the team, your beneficiary will gain access to your digital assets. So once again, this information is vital for your success. Currently, you can only have one beneficiary per account. Once you set that up, there's one other piece of information that we share with everyone. Please take a screenshot of this. We're not going to cover it in detail because this is a separate training in and of itself. But this is something that was created by Miss Nicole, Nikki, Knox, and myself to make sure that you can safeguard your digital assets. These steps will walk you through everything that you need to protect your digital assets. But we will highlight the area at the very bottom just so you know. And it specifically states, you need to provide the key information for your mastermind group. Mastermind groups are those individuals that you're working with on a daily basis that are assisting you in building your business. That may be your mentors. That may be the persons that you rely on for areas that you may not be comfortable with. Perfect example, part of my mastermind group is Miss Nicole, Nikki, Knox. I have a photograph of Miss Nicole, Nikki, Knox. I have her phone number, and I also have what particular characteristics or what particular specialties she can provide to my loved ones should something happen to me. We strongly encourage that you do something very similar. Make sure you have a list of contact numbers and names and what specialty they provide for your beneficiary should something happen to you. One other piece, there was a phenomenal training that was done by our very own Dr. David Hollins. He did a training that talked about living trust and living will, as opposed to putting your digital assets in a traditional will. A traditional will becomes public information in the event that you pass. A living trust and a living will safeguards your digital information. What you want to make sure is that you safeguard your information, that only your trustee has access to that information. We're not financial advisors, nor are we advising you on your finances. This just happened to be a class that myself and Ms. Nicole, Nikki, Knox set in, and truly appreciate what Dr. Hollins brings to the table. We strongly encourage that you visit with a financial advisor, a licensed financial advisor who can advise you on what's best to protect your digital assets. Just know that these assets are new, and there are a lot of people that truly don't understand the magnitude of what you have. That being the case, we're going to go back to your GS Partners dashboard, family, and remember that area that's off to the left, that's the control panel or menu item. What we're going to do now that's going to be extremely helpful to you is we're going to show you how to fund this platform. You want to load some currency onto this particular platform, so you simply scroll down to the button that says financial, and when you click on that button, it's going to bring you to a drop down, and the very first option is the deposit option. You're simply going to click on the option that says deposit, and you have 3 options to deposit currency into your particular account. Remember, everything that we do is digital in nature. So the 3 digital currencies that you can upload are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. Now, the acronym for Bitcoin is BTC. The acronym for Ethereum is ETH. The acronym for Tether is USDT. You can load any of these 3 digital currencies to basically fund your account. Here's the thing that we're going to share with you. There are two unique ways that you can upload this information. You can use this QR code over here to your left, or you can copy and paste the deposit address that you see here in the center of the page. Copy and pasting is the only thing that we recommend. I'm going to quote our master trainer, Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox. Never, I repeat, never try to type in that extremely long and extremely complicated deposit address. Because if you make a simple mistake, and when I speak in terms of a simple mistake, I like to call it fat finger. If you happen to make this Z a lowercase z when it's supposed to be an uppercase Z, and let's say you were going to deposit $500 into your account. If you put the wrong letter in or the wrong character in, you just bless someone else on the planet with $500, because each of these addresses are unique in nature. What we strongly encourage is that you utilize either the QR code or you copy and paste this code in. Please do not try to type in that code. Now, I mentioned that there's 3 different currencies that you can upload, but if you notice, you have 4 currencies that are available to you absolutely free of charge, because the G999 coin that we basically promote is a digital currency. It's a form of peer-to-peer payment. And you will have access to that once you get funds loaded into your account. You can simply go to your back office and exchange accordingly. That being the case, now that your account is funded, here comes the fun part. What we strongly suggest that you do is that you check out that menu item or control panel over to the left, and then simply click on that button that says, click here to activate your account. This is that $33 a month decision that I share with you. That one decision can lead you to unlimited income. And the beauty of that unlimited income, family, is digital in nature. It's digital and it's passive residual income. Digital means it's truly mobile for you, and passive residual means it comes in month after month, year after year. And in your case, it could possibly be every 24 hours of every day. That's what you have in the palm of your hands, and it's a $33 decision. Once you've made that $33 decision, for you to be successful with this particular company, it's 3 simple steps. That first step is to activate that monthly subscription. What that does is it gives you the keys to the kingdom, and it opens up your 9-level compensation program. The second step, you want to accumulate as many assets as you possibly can. Remember, all of our assets are digital in nature. As you accumulate more and more assets, you are building your family's net worth. And in that third step, you want to refer others. And when you refer others to what we do, family, anytime someone sees what you see and they decide to become a partner with you, the moment any currency is loaded onto a digital platform and utilized in our system, you get paid instantly. Let me repeat that for you. Anytime someone exchanges a currency on this particular platform that you recommended to this company, you get paid instantly. Now, again, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I've been sharing a lot of information with you, and all that information is dealing with GS Partners. That's the vehicle that we're using to make finances as an issue, to get it out of the way. Where all of your financial dreams can come true, GS Partners gives you that vehicle. Now, for any vehicle to function, you need something to get it, make it run. We call it gas. And gas is an acronym here at GS Partners. It's 3 simple steps. There's information on the page that we strongly encourage you follow, and it's about keeping it simple. Please do not go out and try to recreate the wheel. We are all following a system that is duplicatable, a system that is simple, a system that will build financial wealth for you and your family. And all you have to do is follow that same system. Now, those 3 steps. First step is get started. I mentioned you can register for free and then activate your monthly subscription. That's simple, family. All you have to do is register for free and activate that subscription. The second step, the A in Gas Up, it's about accumulating those assets. Right now, there's a vast array of different digital assets, and we're constantly adding new assets. Remember, every asset that you add to your portfolio is building your family's net worth. And then there's step 3. It's about sharing with everyone. We like to refer to this as all-out massive action. See, the beauty of what we do is this. You don't have to figure all of this out. You don't even have to understand what you're doing. The best part about what we do is you can earn and learn at the exact same time. What we focus on is helping you to earn anywhere between $700 to $1,000 before you even blink. How we're going to do that is following a system. So when you follow that system, you set yourself up for success. Now, please take a snapshot of this. This is what we call your support card. The key to what we do is at the top of this document. It tells you right here, the key to your success with this particular organization, this phenomenal opportunity, is for you to plug in and stay connected. Now, when we say plug in and stay connected, we build our business from event to event. This call today is an event. It's a training event. Now, if you came by yourself, you're going to get what we consider a great education. But if you brought members with you, if you brought members of your team, you're setting yourself up for success, literally to build a dynasty, because you and your team are all singing off the same page of music. You see, when we say you build from event to event, we have events going on, live events, mind you, 7 days a week. All you have to do is go down, up and down the calendar and figure out what event works best for you. Today, for instance, we're going to get into all of the events this today, but the thing that I want to share with you on any given day of the week, we have over 3 hours of live content. All I can tell you is plug in where you fit in. You can pick and choose any of these events that you want, and you can build your business 7 days a week. Now, there's a section at the bottom here that's extremely important. And the section that I'm referring to is right here where it says mywbw.net. We strongly encourage that you visit that website. That's WBW, or Wealth Builders Worldwide personal website, where everything that I share with you today, you can get a video copy of it, you can get an audio copy of it, and more importantly, you can get a printout of the system that we're all following. We call it the MAP, the Massive Action Plan. Everything that we share with you is available to you absolutely free of charge. All you have to do is go to mywbw.net. Now, there's one other website or one other document that I want to share with you that will make you a small fortune if you learn to utilize it the way that it's designed. It's called therealmoney.info. It's a video that provides people an overview of what we do. It's a very short 20-minute video. And the beauty of that video is it gives people more than enough information to make an intelligent decision. Do they want to learn more? And when you share that video out with someone, you simply ask them one question. What did you like most about what you saw? They have to answer the question. Even if they come back and they tell you, I hated it all, you thank them for taking a look at it, move on to the next person. But trust me when I tell you, once they view that video, if nothing else is going to pique their curiosity. And that's exactly what you're looking for. And then you move them through the system. Again, please take a screenshot of this. This one document will make you a small fortune if you simply plug into the system and follow what that system teaches you. Now, you guys have been phenomenal, and I truly appreciate you allowing me to share. I get the good fortune of handing the mic over to our very own master trainer, Miss Nicole Nikki Knox. And when I tell you she's a master trainer, family, I've been in the corporate world for over 40 years, and in this particular industry, the networking industry, for 25 years. And my entire time on any of those platforms, I have never met a more effective trainer than Miss Nicole Nikki Knox. She's going to share some information with you later today that I strongly encourage you to take plenty of notes. With that being said, I get the good fortune of handing that mic back over to Miss Nicole Nikki Knox. You have the mic.
Yes, 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 Mr. Mike Johnson, you have done it once again, once again, once again. Now listen, family, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. These announcements are not they're not many, but they're definitely strong. There's some strong announcements, so you want to listen closely to the announcements that I have today. Now, today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Team Believe's very first launch party. Family, you want to invite everyone that you know to this launch party, because if anybody knows anything about Team Believe, we know how to throw a party, family. Listen, it's going to be hosted by some Team Believe leaders and some special guests. We're going to have an NFT rally. We're having a mining certificate rally. We have special giveaways for business partners that bring the most first time guests to the platform. You want to be there because we are going to bring the noise. Take a screenshot of this, send it out to everyone. The Zoom meeting ID and no passcode is required. So I'm going to read off the Zoom meeting ID for anyone that has trouble reading it. The Zoom meeting ID is 842-8669-4726. We'll read that again. 842-8669-4726. I hope to see you all there at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today for Team Believe's first launch party. And later tonight, family, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a specialized training on that very platform that Mr. Mike Johnson just spoke about at www.goldrocks.info. You're going to be there. We want to be there. You want to have a notepad and a pen because you're going to need to take a whole lot of notes tonight, family. This is going to be a very specialized training at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on goldrocks.info. The meeting ID is on the screen. The passcode, you'll have to get back to the person that invited you to this amazing on board live this morning to get the passcode to be there, be in the place so that you can get all of the information to help you move forward in this amazing opportunity. And with that being said, family, take a screenshot. Now, listen, this week here, this is our third Sunday of the month, family. You know what that means. That's our Q&A week, family. We are here today to do our live Q&A session. Now, for all of the questions that have been sent to lifeisgolden24@gmail.com, myself, Mr. Mike Johnson, and if he's available, Brother Eric Teray Muhammad, we will be answering these questions live today on this platform. So I hope you're ready for that, family. And after that, we got a little special treat for you. A little something that we put together. But as you can tell, we're fired up, and I hope you're fired up too, family. So that being said, we're going to get to the questions so that we can move on to the next phase of our On Board Live for today. All right, so our first question is, can we still use G999 coins to load our mining certificates? If so, at what rate? All right. And the answer to that question is yes, you can still use the G999 to load your mining certificates. Now, that would be only the Tier 1 through Tier 5 mining certificates. That does not include the entry miners 1, 2, and 3. And at what rate? Brother Mike Johnson, do you have that slide with the rates on it? I have the one that I have is on my phone, and it tends to be kind of small.
Yes, ma'am. I do have that. Give me 1 second. Let me thumbprint it, and I will put it on the screen immediately. Give me 1 second. And let me get to that number. And okay. And let's see if we can make this happen. We'll go here. And yes, I know you love that when I do that. So give me a break. But give me 1 second. And I have it here and I lost it, and I'm going to bring it right back up. And okay. And I will do a quick screen share, and you should be able to see the current rates. There you go, Miss Nicole, Nikki, Knox. Can you see my screen?
Perfect. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And these are the current rates that you can exchange your G999 for Lydian Lions to be able to fill your mining certificate. For the first 30 days, you will be able to utilize the rate of 0.02 cents for every G999 that you exchange to fill your mining certificate. In the second 30 days, it would be 0.014, which is 1.4 tenths of a cent for every G999 that you exchange for Lydian Lions to fill your mining certificate. And for the last 30 days, it's 7 tenths of a cent to be able to utilize exchanging G999 for Lydian Lions to fill your mining certificate. Those are the rates that it's going by now. When we speak of the first 30 days, next 30 days, and last 30 days, that means once the mining certificate has been activated, you then have 90 days to fill that mining certificate. And within that first 30 days of that counter that's showing, that's where you'll be able to utilize the different ratios that they have available to you. And that's how you'll know what ratio rate you would be in, by going by the counter that counts it down once you activate your mining certificate. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Johnson.
Thank you, Ms. Nicole, Nikki, Knox.
All right. And the next question that we have, would you be willing to show how to stake in Lydian World? Now, I'm not really clear on what the person is referring to as far as staking in Lydian World. Brother Eric mentioned the master node. So if in fact that is what is being referenced, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you see my screen, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am. It is just populating. Yes, ma'am. We have it.
All right. So if in fact that what is being spoke about, I'm going to go into Lydian World. And when you go into Lydian World, if you're speaking of the master nodes, being able to stake within the master nodes, what you will do is you're going to go to mainnet master nodes, and you're going to click on master nodes, and that's going to bring up the master nodes that are available in the countries that you are a citizen in. It's taken a little longer because I'm
on the Zoom. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, why isn't it? Come on.
You might need to come further down inside that box to get the link. Click on live loading.
I did all of that. It's not. Let's see. Maybe that. There. There it is. Thank you, sir. All right. Once you go there, it will then show you the different countries that have master nodes being loaded and which ones you would be able to load in based on the countries that you're in and the countries that have master nodes available to be loaded. And if in fact you're in a country that has a master node that's being loaded, what will happen at that point is you will, once those countries populate, they will give you the option, they will have a counter there, and it will give you the option to be able to load at that time. You can't load whenever you want. There's set time periods on which they have them available. I think they give you like 20 days or something like that, Brother Eric, once they activate them. Once they've activated them, then it will have a counter and it will have the countries there. And when you will see where you'll be able to click on that country and add a minimum of 5,000 G999 to that particular country's master node. A minimum of 5,000, and you can go all the way up to the 749,999 and fill an entire master node. So that's how you would do it if that is what you're referring to as far as staking. That is the only option. Anything other than that, the staking that is spoke of on a regular basis that's being done in the Lydian world is based on the countries that you are a citizen in, and you're participating in that staking pool that's within that country that you are a citizen in. I hope that answers the question that the person had.
How many waffles are thinking? Do you want?
All right. And the last question that we have is asking for a step-by-step on how to fund someone's account through Cash App, a new member's account through Cash App. Now, I'm going to I'm going to attempt to do this, but I'm not going to send any funds right now because I'm not. Well, I can.
I mean, if you want to sacrifice and send it to me, that's okay.
That would be a no. You can send something to me. We can have you do the Cash App part. You can send it to me.
Oh, I can send to you, but they won't be able to see it.
So, making it all right. So, the first part of funding an account when it comes to Cash App, I'm going to stop the screen share on my laptop. And I'm going to have to go to my phone. So, I hope you'll be able to see it. Okay.
We have it.
All righty. So this would be the Cash App home screen. You're going to click on the B down in the lower corner. And the first step is buying the Bitcoin. Now you click on the buy button and it gives you a set of pre-selected amounts that you can choose. If you want to choose a different amount other than the pre-selected amounts, you're going to click on the three dots down in the lower right-hand corner, and you're going to type in the amount of Bitcoin that you want to purchase. Once you have typed in the amount that you want to purchase, you're going to click on next. Once you click on next, it's going to ask you for your verification, be it your cash pin or fingerprint or whatever it is that you're doing. Once you do that, then it gives you the summary of your purchase, and then you're going to click on confirm. Once you've done that part, then you have purchased the Bitcoin that you want to use. The next thing that you're going to do to send the Bitcoin to the platform that you want to send it to, you're going to click on this, I call it a paper airplane, right here on the side. At this point, at just this juncture, let's say you have a business partner that that's not in the same room that you're in. And you need to get their deposit address to be able to send the Bitcoin to them. What they would need to do at that point is to copy their deposit address. Then they create either a text document or an email document and send it to you. Okay. With this being Cash App, and most people's Cash App is on the phone, that's why they have the option of doing a text document or an email document. Once they've sent their deposit address to you, the only steps you have to take at that point is to type in how much Bitcoin you want to send them. Now, if you can see on my screen at the top, it tells me the available amount of Bitcoin that I have in Bitcoin, right? Now, at the bottom, in the center of the screen, it has the dollar sign and a zero. But if you want to use Bitcoin and type in the actual Bitcoin amount that you want to send them, you can. Most people do not know the conversion rate of the Bitcoin amount to dollar amount, even though it will populate at the bottom. So I suggest you use the dollar amount and just type in the dollar amount that you want to do. So if like it's for someone doing a new membership, you're going to do $50. You type that in and it shows you the amount of Bitcoin that's converted to right there. You're going to click the word send. And at this point, that text document or that email document, you're going to go to that and you're going to copy it. And then you're going to bring it here and you're going to paste it in the to slot. Once you've pasted it in the to slot, it gives you the option to do add note, and you can add a note if you choose. But what's going to happen once you paste that in, down in the bottom, you see where it says suggested, right above that, that person's actual the deposit address that you pasted in is going to come down here and it's going to light up asking you if that is the address. It's doing two things. It's letting you know that that is a valid address that you can use and send to, which means it is a Bitcoin address. You're going to tap that so that it populates fully up into that screen. And then this next button up in the upper right corner will light up. Once that happens, I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like, but I'm going to have to scan my QR code because I'm oh, and that's the other thing that I was going to explain. If the person is in the same room with you, then what you can do is you can, instead of going through all that of copy and pasting, you tap on this square that's right in the upper left hand corner, and you go to the QR code and you scan it, and it immediately adds the address in the the top part of the screen, that you know that it has captured the address, and you can verify that that's the address. And then you type in the amount that you're going to send, and you click on the send button, and it asks you for your cash pin, and you put the pin number in. Once you put the pin number in, it asks you, do you want to do priority, rush, or standard? For me, myself, I always do standard because it doesn't take a long time for it to get there. Even with it saying that it could take up to 24 hours, it never takes up to 24 hours for me. I choose not to use the priority. It's your choice which one you choose to use. I'm going to use standard. I click next, and it gives you a summary of the information that is included in this, which is the address that you're sending it to, how much you're sending, the equivalent amount of that BTC. Is telling you the time frame that they are guaranteeing that it should get to them. It's saying the fees are free and the total amount, and then you're going to click on confirm and send. And that withdrawal has been initiated. And those are the two different ways that you can send funds to someone's account using Cash App.
Miss Nikki,
Yes.
you might have covered it. I was away for a second. Did you mention to people that they must first be qualified or enabled to actually send Cash App?
No, I did not. No, I did not. Thank you for saying that. Because the person asked that question, I just assumed that they already was able to do that. If you, before you can send anything off of Cash App, I don't care if you've had Cash App for several years and have been using it to send money back and forth to individuals. If you have never withdrawn Bitcoin from Cash App, you must be KYC approved on Cash App before you can send 1 penny off of that platform. It's just like with any other platform, how Mr. Mike Johnson went over our GS partners and our GS trade platform. He explained to you, you can purchase as much Bitcoin on Cash App as you so choose. But when you try to move it off, which is withdrawing it, you will not be able to withdraw any of it until you are fully approved, KYC approved by Cash App, to be able to withdraw off of that platform. Thank you, Brother Eric, for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
And that, let me see, let me make sure. And that concludes all of the questions that was sent to us previous to today's Onboard Live. Next, we're going to go into a brief training and overview of mining certificates and NFTs. At this time, I'm going to hand the mic over to Mr. Mike Johnson.
Masterful job, Ms. Nicole and Nikki Knox. I learn something every time you go through any of the processes, in particular the Cash App. So thank you for that. And as Ms. Nicole and Nikki Knox indicated, now comes the fun part about what we do on Onboard Live. We get to share some next steps, and we're going to share some promotions that are in place and share some of the new stuff that's available to each and every one of you. Now, the promotion that we're so excited about, many people are taking full advantage of, is this mining certificate promotion. But they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, so we're going to share a picture with you that helps to put everything in perspective. Now, the mining certificate promotion has to do with the people that you personally sponsor. That's also called your front line. And we teach everyone, you begin with the end in mind. So if this is a new business partner, our goal is to help you and your new business partner get 5 new business partners before they even blink. Literally, we want to do that in the first 7 to 10 days. And how you do that is from event to event. And none of what we're sharing with you is theory. We're sharing with you what we've already successfully done. And hopefully you will follow the same steps that we utilized. Now, the beauty of events is you can invite as many people as you choose to the event. We teach you always invite twice as many as you expect to show up. What I did when I first got started, I simply invited 15 family members to take a look at what I was doing, because I'm going to build my business with my family. Of the 15 that I invited, 8 showed up. Of the 8 that showed up, 5 decided to join me. The reason that number 5 is so important, remember, you only need 3 people to be paid through 9 levels in this incredible organization. But we teach you never let your minimums be your maximums. Now, every time you sponsor someone, every time you add a new person to your front line, that's a term called going wide. And one of the things that you're going to learn is you go wide for what's known as profitability. In this business, especially with GS partners, it's extremely profitable for you when you sponsor frontline people. The company will pay you 15% of everything that person does. Now, it's not a one-time payout. It's not their first purchase. It's 15% for life. Now, again, there's no limit to how many people you can share with and no territorial boundaries. So understanding, there's another term that I want you to be very familiar with, and that is you can't go deep in a leg you don't have. If I share with you that we will put a $5,000 certificate under your sixth individual, where is your sixth individual? You only went 5 wide. So you can't go deep in a leg that you don't have. Let me put that a different way. You can't have grandchildren until you had children. So the beauty of going wide is you position yourself to go deep in spite of yourself. Because if you're sponsoring the right type of person, if you're sponsoring people that you admire, the people that you look up to, they'll go deep in spite of you. And you'll look up, and like in this case, our business partner number 4, he went deep before you even blinked. And mind you, there's always going to be one person that's going to ask you, well, how did you build your business? How did you get started? And you need to be able to tell your story. Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. Share with them what you did. Share with them the power of events. And what will happen is 1 out of 5 will mirror exactly what you do. Some of the time, that 1 out of 5 will do more than what you've done because he or she has an unfair advantage. They have you to help them. And you can share everything that you've done to help them build their business. So if this person went out and sponsored 5 people himself or herself, realizing that's 5 people on your second level from this one person, and this person may have just focused on the minimum. He or she may have gone out and gotten 3 business partners and then they stopped. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. That's 8 different business partners sitting on your second level that you get paid for life. You see, I told you you go wide for profitability, but guess what? You go deep for security. When we speak in terms of security, if this person number 4 was the first person to follow your lead and he went out and got 5 people, can you imagine what's going to happen if that just duplicated just 3 levels deep? Because if those 5 each go out and get 5, look at what you got. You have 25 people sitting on your level 3, and you have 125 people sitting on your level 4. Now, I know this is a lot for you to try to absorb, but please, if you don't commit anything to memory, please commit this to memory. You get 15% of anyone you personally sponsor. You get 5% of anyone that's on your second level. In other words, the people that you sponsor went out and sponsored somebody. You may not even know those individuals, but you get 5% of what they do for life and family. You get 4% through levels 3 through 8. And then the company put a bonus down on the 9th level. You get a 6% bonus on your 9th level individuals. 9 generations that you get paid on. Now, I mentioned that everyone is buzzing about this mining certificate promotion. And I must admit, this is probably the most lucrative promotion I've ever seen the company launch. Here's what they've done. Anyone that's coming to your business from Monday through today, the company has put together a promotion to where if any of your new business partners go out and they secure a mining certificate, it doesn't matter which mining certificate they secure, you get 2 matching mining certificates. It could be a tier 1, excuse me. It could be a tier 5. It could be an entry level 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter. You get double for your trouble, as I like to say, or in other words, 2 for 1 for that very first exchange. Then and thereafter, any additional certificate that they add, you get a 1-to-1 match for life during this promotion. Now, when we speak in terms of mining certificates, understanding that all of these different mining certificates come with a different price tag, the compensation plan doesn't change. You still get 15% of everything that's done on your front line. So we're going to show you what the mining certificates look like. We're going to show you what you get for your exchange. And we're going to give you a ballpark of what it looks like when you start seeing those rewards. Now, again, these entry-level mining certificates came about because when the company first launched mining certificates, they came with a tier 1 through tier 5 certificate. A tier 1 was $399. A tier 5 is $11,999. And our chairman of the board, in his infinite wisdom, decided that, wait a minute, in many of the countries that we're doing business, and mind you, we're doing business in 150 countries across the globe. In many of those countries, $400 is just not a goal that people can say is realistic for them in their household. So what he did was he created these 3 entry-level mining certificates. What that does is it makes mining certificates available for every household. You see, family, you can get a mining certificate for as little as $49 up to as much entry level, that is, up to as much as $199. So what do you get when you exchange $49 for a mining certificate? First and most important, you receive that asset. See, these mining certificates are assets that function in the digital world. The digital world known as Lydian world. It's a virtual world that pays you and I real money. Now, a $49 mining certificate placed in any country that you're a citizen in does some amazing things. First and most important, they're going to give you your money back at the end of the mining period. In other words, you're going to receive $49 worth of Lydian staters. Lydian staters are the liquid currency in the digital world known as Lydian world. And they're going to gift you 4.8% annual yield. So in other words, whatever you load into that mining certificate, you're going to receive an annual yield of 4.8%. Now, there's something that I really, truly admire about this company. They don't make you wait till the end of the year to receive a reward. So what they're going to do, depending on what you load into that mining certificate, now entry level 1 gives you a load capacity of $300. And it's a mining period of 36 months. So let's say you load the full $300 and you got to add in the price of the certificate, which is $49. So it's roughly $359 worth of Lydian staters that you're going to have in that mining certificate. At the end of 36 months, they're going to release that back to you. But these rewards that we talked about, this annual percentage yield is paid out to you every 120 days. You're getting passive residual income. It's taking the money that you're earning by being a citizen in a respective country and putting it on steroids. And that's just the entry level 1. Every time you go up in entry level value, you get more value, more return on that exchange. So let's talk about entry level 2. It's $99. You get the exact same amount in matching Lydian staters, $99 worth of Lydian staters. It's 6.8% annually. You can load up to $500. The mining period is still the same, 36 months, and you receive your reward every 110 days. And then, family, for those of you that can stretch it just a little bit and look at that that entry level number 3, it's $199. You get the exact same amount in Lydian staters, and they're going to give you 8.8% annual yield. Now, you can load up to $1,000. Basically, you're looking at $1,200 worth of Lydian staters that's going to be released to you at the end of that 36-month mining period. But your rewards are paid out to you every 100 days. Now, what I love about our company is they made it affordable for everyone to participate in this incredible incentive and this incredible promotion. Because regardless of which mining certificate any of your frontline people decide that they want to select, you get a 1-to-1 match, worst case, if it's someone who's been with you prior to the first of this week. But if someone joins you since Monday, it's a 2-to-1 match for their first exchange, and then it's 1-to-1 every other certificate that they decide to secure. So let's talk about the tiered certificates. This is where the mining certificate truly becomes interesting. With the tier 1 through 5, they vary in cost and they vary in the return that you get on that exchange. Now, tier 1 is $399, which means you're going to get $399 worth of Lydian staters. Your annual percentage yield is 18.8%. You can load up to $2,000. So basically, you're looking at $2,400 worth of Lydian staters that are going to be released to you at the end of the mining period. On a tier 1 certificate, that mining period is 12 months. And your rewards, family, your rewards are going to be gifted to you every 90 days. So that's basically like guaranteeing you're going to have money coming into your household every 90 days. Now, then we have a tier 2. Tier 2 is $999. You get the exact same amount in Lydian staters. You're going to get a 28.8% annual yield. You can load up to $5,000. So if you added all that together, you're looking at roughly $6,000 is going to be released in Lydian staters at the end of that mining period. The mining period is 18 months, or basically a year and a half. Every 60 days, you're going to receive your reward. And if that wasn't strong enough for you, we have the tier 3. Tier 3 is $2,999. You receive the exact same amount in Lydian staters is going to be locked away for you. The return, the annual percentage yield is 38.8%. Family, you can load up to $15,000. So we're talking about $18,000 is going to be released at the end of this 24-month mining period. 24 months is 2 years. And your payout is going to be received every 45 days. And oh, by the way, family, there are 2 more tiers that we need to talk about. The tier 4 and the tier 5. The tier 4, trust me when I tell you, $5,999, you get the exact same amount in Lydian staters, which means that it's going to be released to you at the end of the mining period. During that mining period, you can load up to 58% in your annual yield. Annual yield of 58%. There's not a bank on the planet that's paying out that type of money. But oh, by the way, you can load up to $50,000. So if you add the 50,000 plus the 6,000, that's $56,000 is going to be released to you at the end of the mining period. End of the mining period is 30 months later. And oh, here's the thing. Every 30 days, like clockwork, you receive your payout. When I'm telling you, you're setting yourself up for success, these 2 upper tiers, the premier tiers, the tier 4 and the tier 5, could be life-changing for some people. And if you don't believe me, wait till you listen to what the tier 5 offers. The tier 5, the cost is $11,999. You're going to receive $11,999 worth of Lydian staters that's going to be released at the end of the mining period. You can earn an annual percentage yield of up to 88%. And you can load up to $500,000 worth of Lydian staters into that particular mining certificate. Now, the payout, family, that mining period is 36 months. That's 3 years. But wait a minute, you get your payout every 15 days. Now, yesterday I had the good fortune of being on a very special Zoom meeting with 2 individuals that wanted to discuss their tier 5 certificates. Both of these individuals had purchased tier 5 certificates. One of those individuals had fully loaded his tier 5 certificate. The other individual had partially loaded his. You heard me mention up to 88%. Because family, here's how this works. And this works for all of the tiered certificates. If you did not completely load your mining certificate, you get the proportion of what you loaded. Let's say you only loaded 50% of this $500,000. You only loaded $250,000. Well, you would get 44% payout. See, it's just a percentage of what the maximum load offers you. And your reward would be accordingly, because what those 2 individuals discovered yesterday, and they were kind enough to share with me what's going on with these mining certificates. You see, family, when you have a fully loaded tier 5 mining certificate, buckle up, because it's amazing how this works. A fully loaded tier 5 mining certificate pays out every 15 days, $16,414. Every 15 days. When you do the math over the course of a year, that's a tremendous amount of money. And what you're basically doing is earning interest on what you've loaded into your certificate. Again, if it's 44% because you loaded half, so be it. If it's the full amount, you're sitting on $16,000 every 15 days, or basically $32,000 a month. Residual income, because you were wise enough to take advantage of a promotion. Now, if you really want to be knocked out of your seat, think about this for a second. The promotion that I shared with you is based on any mining certificate that you secure. And I pray that you don't think that we're trying to show you big numbers to impress you, because it doesn't matter with these 5 individuals that you personally sponsor. If they're all frontline to you, no matter what certificate is the first certificate that they secure, you get double for your trouble. I call it a training bonus, because you showed them the way. You introduced them this incredible opportunity. They're going to pay you accordingly. So if someone went out and got a $49 mining certificate, which is the entry-level one, you get 2 entry-level 1 certificates and 15% of the $49. It holds true for entry-level 2, which is $99. You get 2 $99 certificates and 15% of the $99. That holds true for the $199, the $399, the $5,999 in family. That holds true for tier 5 as well. Can you imagine sponsoring someone and they secure a tier 5 certificate today? Do you realize you being the sponsor, because they just enrolled today, you being the sponsor would get 2 tier 5 certificates? And if you remember nothing else, remember all of the certificates are worth their face value in Lydian staters, which means you get $11,999 times 2. That's $24,000 worth of Lydian staters as a gift, because you sponsored someone who secured a tier 1 certificate. Family, when I'm telling you this promotion is like none other we've ever seen before, and please don't sleep on the fact you still get 15%. Let me explain to you how a tier 5 works. 15% of $11,999 is over $1,700 in commissions that you receive. You could use that commissions and go get you some tier certificates. Or you could do whatever you choose with that money. It's yours and it's paid to you instantly. As soon as the money hits the blockchain, you get paid. I told you this was one of the most lucrative compensation programs on the planet, but this promotion is like none other we've ever seen before. Please, you still have time up to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to take full advantage of this. For all of your frontline personnel, anyone that you personally sponsor, if they fell asleep at the wheel, that's okay. Give them a call and wake them up, because it doesn't matter what certificate they get. Worst case, you get a 1-to-1 match. And they have the same opportunity that you have. If they call any of their frontline individuals, they get a 1-to-1 match. Family, everywhere you turn with this company, you win and you win. Now, you guys have been phenomenal for allowing me to share. I get the good fortune of tossing this back over to our very own master trainer, Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox. And what she's going to share with you tonight, if you think this was exciting, wait till she shares with you what's going on with those NFTs. Without any further ado, the mic is back in the court of Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox. Nick, you have the mic.
All right, family. I know y'all got fired up a little bit. Now I'm gonna show you how to get some of those Lydian lines so that you can fill those there mining certificates that Mr. Mike Johnson just talked about. And with that being said, let me, I don't want to hold nobody up, because we got some income producing activities to do, as well as spending some time with family and friends today. Now, the first thing I'm going to go over is how to acquire the new Lydian Dwarf NFTs that we now have available in this state-of-the-art back office that Mr. Mike Johnson spoke of. And how do you get to them? You click on dashboard. Once you click on dashboard, you're going to take a scroll on down until you get to the section where you will see Lydian World Lydian Dwarfs NFT market vouchers. In that area, you have the opportunity to be able to acquire the new Lydian Dwarf NFT market voucher in the values from $28 USDT all the way up to $888 USDT. You have the option of being able to use one of 4 different currencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and G999. So I'm going to show you how to acquire a Lydian World, Lydian Dwarf. Right after I show you right down here how many Lydian lions as of today that you would acquire based on which Lydian World, Lydian Dwarf you decided to obtain. If you decided to get yourself a $28 Lydian Dwarf, you would receive 31.11 Lydian lions plus a bonus of 6.22 Lydian lions, all the way up to if you get a $888 Lydian Dwarf, you would get 986.67 Lydian lions with a bonus of 444 Lydian lions. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to acquire these Lydian Dwarf NFTs. I'm going to choose the $28 USDT Lydian Dwarf NFT. I'm going to choose the Bitcoin as my currency to use, and I'm going to click on confirm payment and generate. At that time, it's going to give you a summary of what you will be receiving and also letting you know what your sponsor will be receiving. And for this $28 NFT, I'm going to receive a unique Lydian Dwarf NFT, 31.11 Lydian lions, a 20% Lydian lion bonus of 6.22, 50 legacy points, and it counts as 100% volume in my sponsor's line. My sponsor will also receive 3.11 Lydian lions and 50 legacy points. Am I sure I want to continue? I don't know. Do I like my sponsor that much? I think so.
Oh, wait, decisions.
Now, understand this, family. Yes, it is showing that my sponsor is getting something out of this acquisition of this Lydian Lion, Lydian Dwarf NFT. But this, as well as any asset that you acquire throughout GS Partners, no one receives more than you do because you receive the asset that you're acquiring. You receive that asset. No one can take that asset from you. Your sponsor is getting a bonus, a percentage of what you've acquired, but you're not the one giving it to them. The company is. So don't let something like that hold you back because you feel like you're giving them something. You're not giving them anything. You're giving yourself something, and they just happen to be getting something because they brought you to the opportunity. I think that's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. And I got my new Lydians. I like them little shells he got on. Check out his kicks. Yeah, boy. Hold up. Is that a watch across his eye?
Hey, Nikki, what is that on top of his head?
Look at the raccoon on his head.
Like, what in the world is going on? See, we had to talk about these NFTs here. I'm assuming it's got something to do with his special power, and I'm going to just let him have that right there. Wow. With that being said, family, that's how easy it is to acquire that Lydian Dwarf NFT. But at the same time, when I acquired that, as I told you, I received an additional 37.33 Lydian lions. And I can use those Lydian lions to do one of several things. One being I can load my mining certificates that I had. The other thing that I can do with it is the other reason that we're here. What I'm going to show you, if you are someone that has been here for a minute and happen to still have some Lydian lions from our last collection, you can use the Lydian lions that you are acquiring from the new collection to continue to migrate your Lydian lions from the old collection. If there's some additional Lydian lions Lydian lion NFT that you left on your platform that you were trying to figure out how you were going to get them moved over, this is your second chance. The company has given you a second chance at being able to export your NFT. But this window, this time, it's not for a long time period, family. You want to take advantage of it as soon as you can and understand this, that every day the required Lydian lions for the current NFT to be migrated for minting will increase a compounded 2% on the base quantity until May 2nd, 2022. What that means is a couple of days ago, I would have been able to move this very Lydian lion right here, this $28 Lydian lion. I would have been able to migrate it over to Lydian World for just 40 Lydian lions. Well, because I did not move it at that time, I now would have to put out a total of 43.297 Lydian lions to be able to export that same NFT. And it will be going up even higher for every day that I wait to decide whether or not I'm going to migrate that NFT over. So don't let procrastination cost you extra, family, because it will in this opportunity. But you still have a second chance to be able to move over your old collection of Lydian lions with the Lydian lions that you are acquiring when you're acquiring the new Lydian dwarves. Okay? Now, the next step that I'm going to show you is about the mutation phase of it. Now, once you've moved over whatever Lydian line that you have decided to migrate from from your GS Partners platform over to Lydian World, your next step is, if you so choose to, is to start the mutation process, which will allow for you to be able to have percentages available to you to use within the games, the mining games that are going to be created in several different opportunities that the company is going to make available for you to be able to use these NFTs within Lydian World. Now, I'm not going to go over each one, but I'm going to show you the differences in the mutation types. Now, you have mutation type blue, you have mutation type green, yellow, and red. Now, to acquire a mutation, the blue, what the colors represent? The colors represent the percentage that the bonus that you would be able to get utilizing that mutated NFT within the different opportunities within Lydian World. Now, every mutation starts with a $28 NFT. That is always going to be your very first selected NFT. Now, for a blue one, the first one is a $28 NFT. The second one that you would need is a $58 NFT. And the third one that you would need is a $188 NFT. And then it goes on from there. Each mutation level that you go to, it will add on yet another level of NFT that you would need to add on to be able to acquire that one. For the green level, which is the 20%, you would need a $28 NFT, a $58 NFT, a $188 NFT, and a $288 NFT. And then it goes on from there, and it goes up to the 30% in the yellow, and the 40% in the red. The 40% in the red, you would need one of each type of NFT that was available, which is the $28 NFT all the way up to the $888 NFT. Now, let me explain this to you. This is one thing that I did not go over the last time, but I wanted to point this out and let y'all know. Let's say, for me, for instance, to get a blue mutation, I have a $28 NFT that I can select because I brought over several $28 NFTs. So let's say I select my $28 NFT and I brought over a $58 NFT. So I select my $58 NFT. Now, I do not have any $188 NFTs in my collection that I've migrated over to Lydian World. And I didn't purchase any $188 NFTs in GS Partners. I purchased some higher and some lower, but I never got a $188 one for whatever reason. All else doesn't fail, because there are going to be other opportunities that will be opened up within Lydian World that will allow for us to be able to acquire $188 NFTs, $888 NFTs, any NFT that you may be missing that you need to complete that specific mutation level that you're trying to get to. That is where the Croesus market comes into play. Family, Alexandria Kostandow and Mr. Joseph Hyde has thought of every aspect of this. Don't think you've been left out. Don't think you missed the boat. Understand that there's always going to be something that will help you get to the next level that you want to get to, family. And with that being said, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover in my portion of the NFT training for today. So I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Mike Johnson to see if there's anything else that we want to cover for today.
You nailed it, Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox. And that leads us directly into the part of the program that I truly enjoy, where we get a chance to hear a recap and closing comments from our very own master trainer, Miss Nicole, Nikki Knox. Back to you.
Oh, wow. I get to talk some more. All right. Well, my recap is today, family, I'm going to explain this to you. Mr. Mike Johnson, at the first part of this presentation, he laid it out for you. He explained in detail how you properly onboard a new business partner, how if you are a person that you got in and you just didn't fully understand what you had your hands on and you fell asleep at the wheel, but now you're awake and you're trying to figure out, where do I go next? Mr. Mike Johnson had showed you, he laid out to you exactly what you need to make sure is in place to properly get yourself started in this business. Then he went into how you can take full advantage of these amazing mining certificates that we now have available to us, and this amazing opportunity that we have in front of us. And then I touched on our new Lydian book, NFTs, and the old collection that we have, just giving you a overview of the NFTs that we have available to us and what things you can do with them. And with that being said, family, I don't have anything else I could say about it. I think today's training and today's overview of everything that was done masterful by Mr. Mike Johnson. As always, I know he fired some people up and he got some people out here about to lose their mind. He does it every time. That's why we call him the numbers gentleman. He makes them dance. So with that being said, family, I'm going to go into our closing announcements so that we can get out here and do some income producing activity and get ourselves ready for tonight. Tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have Team Believe's very first launch party. Team Believe is going to do a launch party, family. We have never done this, and I don't know if y'all know, but Team Believe knows how to throw a party, family. It's going to be hosted by some of our Team Believe leaders and special guests. We're going to have an NFT rally, family. We have some, you know what I'm saying? We got some goals we're going to meet tonight. So bring the noise, bring your pocketbooks, bring your Bitcoin wallets, bring it, baby. We're going to be doing it tonight. We got an NFT rally going. We got a mining certificate rally going. We're even going to be giving away a special giveaway to the business partner that brings the most first-time guests to this amazing Team Believe launch party, family. You want to be there. And it's going to be on the platform. With the passcode is not required. There is no passcode, but I'm going to give you the meeting ID. The meeting ID is 842-8669-4726. No passcode required, family. Meeting ID 842-8669-4726. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. Make sure you take a screenshot and get yourselves there for that Team Believe launch party. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, we're going to have a specialized training on our very own GoldRocks.info platform. That GoldRocks.info platform that Mr. Mike Johnson spoke of so highly. You want to get a screenshot of this right here, family. The meeting ID is on the screen. It's 643-552-456. We will not be giving out the passcode. To get the passcode, you have to get back to the person that invited you to this amazing opportunity or just told you to show up at this onboard live this morning. You want to be there tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get the information that is going to be laid out for you tonight. Have a pen and a pad ready, family. Now, family, let me tell you something. Team Believe and Mr. Eric Teray Muhammad, every Monday through Saturday and sometimes Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our very own classes in session. Classes in session is an opportunity to get some motivation, inspiration, elevation, and education. Mr. Eric Teray Muhammad has the amazing ability to give us exactly what we need when we need it. And you can get that every Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when class is in session. It will be streamed live on various Facebook pages, and it will also be on Mr. Eric Teray Muhammad's personal YouTube channel. And after that, at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have the Believers Huddle. You have to be a believer to be in this huddle, but you don't have to be a Team Believe teammate. The Believers Huddle is for all believers. All believers are invited to this huddle. It's at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. The Zoom ID and the passcode is on the screen. Take a screenshot of the family. Meet us there every day, Monday through Saturday at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Believers Huddle is a huddle like no other. I couldn't explain it if I tried to. You just got to be there to experience what it is to be a part of the Believers Huddle. And then, let me tell you, the Lydian World Tour. The Lydian World Tour is coming, family. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to. The Lydian World Tour in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to touch down on Saturday, April the 23rd, 2022 at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, that Georgia Aquarium will never be the same after this event here, family. They haven't experienced what it feels like to be in the midst of a bunch of believers, a bunch of wealth builders, man. It's sold out. That's right, Miss Edith Smith. It is sold out. We tried to tell you. If you didn't get your ticket, it's too late now. But that $60 would have been well worth it. But understand this, family, if you don't have a ticket, if you can just get yourself there, just get yourself in the place, just get a chance to absorb the energy, to feel the atmosphere, what it feels like to be around hundreds of believers all in one place, it is something that you will never be able to imagine. You can't transfer that type of feeling. You can't feel it through a screen. You have to be in the place. But you know what, family? I'm not going to overtalk it. I'm going to let you hear exactly what's going to be experienced on April the 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia.
This long-awaited event is finally here. Lydian World comes to America. Join us in Atlanta, Georgia, April 23rd, 2022, at the fabulous Georgia Aquarium Oceans Ballroom. Hear inspiring messages from our chairman of the board, Mr. Josip Haidt, our corporate advisor, Dirk Zalman, and our CTO, Alex Cochendo. Be inspired by global leaders from around the world. Enjoy lunch catered by Wolfgang Puck. Celebrate top achievers. Get a discount on ticket purchases to the Georgia Aquarium and get a chance to win a trip to our corporate event in Dubai. This prize includes airfare and hotel accommodations. There will be 6 lucky winners. We look forward to seeing you in Atlanta.
All right now, family, I'm telling you, you want to be in the place. You want to be in the place. And with that, we're going to be bringing today's Onboard Live to a close. We want to thank you. Thank you all for taking your time out of your busy day, your Sunday, your Easter Sunday to come and share this time with us. We hope we were able to give you some information that is absolutely valuable to your business, to grow your business, to grow your wealth, and to grow your legacy. And with that being said, family, Onboard Live, we're here every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here every Sunday. We have some special guests. We'll have some specialized training. And of course, every Sunday, we have our Q&A. So make sure, family, that you send your questions in to Life is Golden at lifeisgolden24 at gmail.com. We would be more than happy to answer your questions for you live on every third Sunday on Onboard Live. From myself, Mr. Mike Johnson, and Brother Eric Teray Muhammad, we like to say, have an income-producing activity day. And God bless you, family. I'm out.